When I ask you to make it just wena noThixo wakho. Into emnandi ke noThixo sometimes awudingi ukuba invite, but uthando lwakhe luyamenza azingenele enhliziyweni yakho. Nasempilweni yakho aqhube sometimes ucima wena ngamandla akho kanti uThixo ngamandla akakuncedileyo. So enye into ngoThixo xa sizongena kule ngoma kwakhona is that sometimes he does not have to introduce himself. But one day you will find out that you are who you are by the grace of God. And he alone can carry you. You do not have the strength, don't have the power. Only God can carry you. So, Kuma, Hello, Elohim. Oh, yeah, Kuma, Hello, Elohim. Kubelungile kuba kile simple lo lula nje kancane kubelungile sibambile mosne elungile kubelungile kuba Chogu mami baka Chogu mami baka Chogu mami baka Siapana luki kuba Yes ulungile Chogu mami baka Chogu mami baka Chogu mami baka Oh yes, I see you, I see you. Ulungile Aku kamanda ami I see you kodo yami Ukulunga chino kuma Aku kamanda etu I see you kodo yami I see ukulunga mami Ukulunga kwake Ukulunga kwake Ukulunga kwake kuma One more time, sing it from your heart. Sing it from your heart. Sing it from your heart. Follow me, seek him alone. Follow me, one more time. One more time. Elungile, 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 elungile. Oh yeah. Oh yes, oh yes. Elungile, elungile. Clap hands for him right now. Thank you.
Lord Matthew na insobi yasenkonzweni. Dibane nomzana uSmith athatha amagama. Na insobi yasenkonzweni awuzinikele. Tyeni. Ngokubona lasekhaya sizawukhawuleza. We had started behind just after an hour late, but we were not late, but rather we were delayed. So we need to be quicker on how we approach things. Anzoba sangena kwintetho ze-family will now call upon Umama uNgwekazi Makhalima. Here it says speech from fellow jurist. You know, my layman's knowledge about jurists is that in the Roman Empire, jurists are people who never actually studied law, but they were quite very much interested in it and they loved it. But they never actually studied law, so I'm not sure about you, but I know you've studied law. I'm just not sure about jurist. Inkosi Mama Kalim. That's what means the Roman Empire law.
Ndiyabulisa ngale njikalanga umuntu wonke olapha uzocelebrate noWezi. Ndibulisa omama, ndibulisa otata, ndibulisa nabantwana abazobukela such an important event. Ibalulekile lento yenzeka apha namhlanje. Ndibulisa my fellow graduates. I recognize you and noWezi, I greet her this afternoon. Mna ke igama lam ndinguNgwekazi Makhiwane. NdinguMagambu uMsuthu uMemele uNontuli. Ndizalwa nguMadoda uQengeba uMphankomo. NdingwaseKopani kodwa ke ikhaya lelakuTsolo. uWezi mazinjani? Ngenye imini ndifumana uWhatsApp kuWezi. Yebani awunazo ii-notes zento ethile? Hey, ngubani ke ngoku lo? Ndimjonge kwiprofile. Hayi mani nguWezi njena lula. Khakhalezise ndidinga ii-notes zento ethile. Usowundipha nezinye futhi. Uyayazi i-assignment iyangena ngomso. Ininzi into uWezi ayibhalayo kuWhatsApp. Nam ndiyafunda. Ndiqonda uba okay, you know what? Lona umntu userious ngencwadi zakhe. Let me make friends naye. uWezi, we moved from being study partners to sisters. We shared, we cried, we laughed, we walked this journey sobabini. We celebrated birthdays abantwana bethu sobabini. Abantwana bakhe bayandazi. I think bayaqala ungibona namhlanje. Kodwa ndiyabazi efowunini nabo bayandazi. uWezi knows me, she knows my family. Yonke lento yenzeka efowunini. We talk. I-conversations zethu moved from 5 minutes to 1 hour. Sithetha about books, about our frustrations. It hasn't been an easy journey. It has had ups and downs, had its challenges. But what I want to say to you, my dear friend, and I'm Fumana through Esmati, is that today, Lamini City Iyeza is finally here. That achievement, as City, it's here today. I would like to congratulate you on all the hard work that you've put in. Kuyo yonke sacrifice oyenzileyo. In between, upheka, usabantwana esikolweni, ukhwelisa omnye, ubheke euniversity, uthatha omnye, uyodlala irugby. Kukho nabancinci phakathi, yonke into yenzeka, nee-assignments zilapha, nee-exams zilapha, textbooks siyabolekisana. notes siyathumelana akhonde singayenziyo. Hence I say journey yethu changed from being fellow students to being sisters. I will always hold Weziwe dear in my heart. Ngoba akavelanga wathi ndiboleke incwadi but uthe ndiboleke inhliziyo yakho. Ndikuthathe ube ngowami nami ndibe ngowakho. We walk this journey. Sobabili. And we are both here today. We are both here today. There's so many funny stories that happened in between. Ending as also in this Bible say there are so many sad stories that happened. So many challenges that we overcame. Until the day she phoned me and she said to me, Wekazi, my results have been audited. I've finally received the SMS. I am graduating. I wish you all the best, my friends. Not only on this day, but every single day. But andizuya down, so corner. You have me for life. Awuzukwazi ukuhlukana nami. Nasecourt sizahamba sobabili. Zonke indawo sizahamba sobabili. I've gained a sister in you. I am very grateful for that day you sent me SMS unharasa notes. I gained a lifetime friend in you. Ndiyakubulela ke ngoku sisi, ndiyakubulela nale opportunity uniphe yona bamane zothetha kwitheko lakho. I am honored. I wish you all the best. Nkosi.
Siphinde simbethe izandla emakhaya. Ngqena ke mtshana wokuqengeba abazukulwana benkwakwa ibe ngathi yimvuselelo le. Kodwa kukeli yesihlanu yebandla likaKristu labantu ukanti bayikeli yesibini nayo ngokwayo ngugaba uCihoshe uThithiba silo somlambo umsuthu ngokubuzo. Ngqala kuyithetha lento bendiyithetha apha kuMateyu uba nawe mani nozinikela ukowenu umosapho enkonzweni ngokusawubiza uzuko nabantwana bakowabo bazokwenza itribute. Mhlawumbi bekubakho amathuba bangayiphathi lunch makazukubhiza assignment. Bekubakho amathuba bangalungiselelwa izafundile andawupheza ukuthetha but bathethe sizawunikeza la kwi-item ezawuhlakulela uZ.
awuzange undidele uhambe nami indlela yonke awuzange wandishiya awuzange undidele Ebenezer ngonyama Yesu undithwalile indlela yonke awuzange wandishiya awuzange undidele Ebenezer ngonyama Yesu undithwalile indlela yonke awuzange wandishiya awuzange undidele uhambe nami indlela yonke awuzange wandishiya awuzange undidele uhambe nami indlela yonke awuzange wandishiya awuzange undidele uhambe nami indlela yonke awuzange wandishiya awuzange undidele Ebenezer ngonyama Yesu undithwalile indlela yonke awuzange wandishiya awuzange undidele Ebenezer ngonyama Yesu undithwalile indlela yonke awuzange wandishiya awuzange undidele Ebenezer ngonyama Yesu ungithwalile indlela yonke awuzange wandishiya awuzange undidele
Ngokukhasi uzuko abantwana bami uHepsiba Nathaniel noMichael amen Silela ukutsho ukuthi just nje uzuko phambi kwakene lesihleli sicinga basingathini this is an achievement for us nisibulele kakhulu Tata Jiko Tata Mkhulu ngemithandazo yeah andizobe ngathi ndilikushe ke mna ndithethe njalo ongayazi inkonzo kuthiwa akuyithabathayo indawo le oyithabathayo ngoyinikiweyo konjengo-Aaron ndiyancipha xa kukho indlela enje so ngolu hlobo ndithi ndiyabulela kakhulu nabazileyo bazozimasa ngolu hlobo kudadewethu mntasekhaya babe ndikwazi babe ndikwazi ukwenza ngakumbi ndiphelele apha enkosini kakhulu enkosini nonke
ndibulise kumntu wonke olapha abantu abakhulu ndibulise koomama ootata lumi apha ngusuku suku Jatshala unyana umama notata on sister bab ne-cousins abasukulwana baka-DZ. Mama, today is the big and special day. We saw you walking this journey, trying your best. I saw you showing up each day, even though it was evident that you were exhausted. I saw you making tough choices for us, even though you were working tirelessly, and it seemed like it was never gonna end. We saw you falling down, but you got up stronger each time. I saw you break down in tears, but you wiped them off each time and carried on. I know when people that God exists, ngoba ndimbonile apha kuwe. He showed up each and every time when it seemed like there's no way, but he made a way. He protected and guided you. Kwade kwalapha. Well done for finishing off strong. Despite the difficult circumstances, betrayal and hurt you have to face all your life. You soldiered on. Well done, Mankumazi. You came out victorious. Today, own it. Walk across that stage with pride and take time because you did it. I love you, Ma, and congratulations.
Siphinde simbethele izandla sakhe. Yes, it. Noba uyakhala fondini ayipheli le bhesi yakho. Njengokukhala nje iyavakala. It cannot not be an emotional day. Ayikwazi ungabi yiyo imini emotional because this is a milestone. But secondly, we are seeing in the literal sense of the word or of the concept, igqabi lingawe kude emthini walo. Bamlungiselela uDZ Gqabi as an advocate. It's not every day that the kids or the child or a child of an advocate follows in the footsteps, in particular in the Black community. It happens often, Niker, Van Furen, Van de Merwe, and the likes. But it's very rare in the Black community. So you must color my boy. In fact, everyone must color and so we must color. But those tears are not tears of anything other than joy. That kude kwalapha uThixo sinceda kwaye uThixo wadamkhulu ehamba nathi. So we appreciate those words, Suko. We're going to move swiftly with our program. Londo soze baphela oZet enkonzweni. Zet Njanjala siyabulela. We'll call upon now the next speaker, who's going to do the introduction of our guest speaker. Masonwabeni bantwana basekhaya, masonwabeni. Nokho sikuDecember, it's a festive season. It's a festive season. Ngicela ufaka amagwitsho wangapha ekhini, mhlawumbe angaziwa. So let us rejoice because this is the day that the Lord has made for us. Let us rejoice and be happy in it. Yes, Ali Wasekaya, and introduce our guest speaker.
Bengicela ukubulisa kubantu abakhulu, kubantu abakhulu benkonzo. Lesi sithi ke thina ke esikoleni before we graduated. Sigezele lecturers ethu. Sithi once nathi sicross esa stage that colleagues lokho. Nami ngifuna ukuthi ngicela ukubulisa kwi colleagues zami. Noba ndili 2K, sizi colleagues lokho. Ke mina ke kuthiwe ndizo introducer i-guest speaker yethu. I-guest speaker yethu has i-CV ende kakhulu. U-Advocate Vale Thamsanqa Lucky Pechudi has a corporate career that spans over 25 years of indala kunam le corporate career. His areas of expertise include corporate governance, deceased estates administration, leadership, business, and transformation. He serves a road accident fund as a senior manager in the board secretariat division, based at headquarters Zayo, Eco Glades Estates, Centurion, Gauteng. Have joined the entity on 19 March 2018. Intermittently, he acted as company secretary of the same entity. Prior to him joining the Road Accident Fund, he worked as a company secretary of the Water Research Council, abbreviated WRC, Ellenwood, Gauteng. Before joining the WRC, Advocate Lucky was appointed as company secretary of the South African Insurance Company Limited, engaphansi kweSanlam. The company operated in South Africa as well as Swaziland. He managed both South African and Swaziland boards of the company. A multi-talented and innovative advocate with a passion for developing strong Black enterprising leadership in corporate South Africa. Advocate Thamsanqa was part of the team that reviewed and finalized the Black Management Forum's Memorandum of Incorporation. He served in the Black Management Forum as a company secretary, rendering services to the BMF board and its subcommittees that included the editorial committee, which was responsible for the forum's magazine African Leader. The Black Management Forum, being an organization where leaders lead, Thamsanqa learned the intricacies of corporate dynamics and values of a thought leader with strong attributes of ethical leadership. Advocate he also worked as a manager in the Deceased Estates Department of ABSA's Fiduciary Division. He managed ABSA's National Section 18 Deceased Estates. Abantu belo bazayazi ke lo Section 18. At the time, And as a young professional, he had to interact with bereaved clients across all ages and races. The experience grounded him and enhanced the one-stop service elements that he gave to clients. This was to be a period in his corporate life that he cut his teeth on servant leadership. Among other expectations of his work, he was required to give quality service all the time. His work ethic, expertise, and drive to excel in every given task led to Absa Bank headhunting him. Naive, headhunting him from the first Rand fiduciary department, where he had a short stint as senior deceased estate administrator. Advocate Lucky qualified and was elected as a senior estate administrator by the then Association of Trust Companies in South Africa, which was later named Fiduciary Estate of South Africa. Entshilo ndathi indilesile. Advocate Lucky uphuma emhlakeng West Rand in Johannesburg. Uqale ufunda amabanga akhe aphansi eBulelani Combined School, and then waphumela ePhahamani Senior Secondary School, where he matriculated. As a youth and a pupil Pahama, he was affected by the struggle of his community. This experience would mark the beginning of his political consciousness and activism by participating in student politics. As a pupil at Pahama Senior Secondary, he played a pivotal role in conscientizing the youth, which culminated in him being elected as president of Bahama Student Representative Council, which is the SRC, in 1990, which coincided with the release of his political inspiration, a person who was not a saint, but displayed an impeccable ethical and enterprising leadership, the late Mr. President Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela. A born entrepreneur with a keen eye for classics and the finer details in life. Together with his significant other, he ran a high-end retail boutique on wheels, which saw him travel to overseas destinations to handpick iconic classic pieces for his exclusive high-end clientele. A firm believer in self-development, Advocate Lucky also successfully completed Advanced Management Program, the Leadership and Management for Results and Strategic Leadership for Organizational Performance, completed through the Gordon Institute of Business Science. A family man with a wife, Mrs. Patisa Pechudi, 3 kids, namely Ashu Melisedi and Tiamo, ALT. But all provided above could not be a complete him. He is a member of Ibandla lika Krestu Labantu, and he subscribes to the church's teachings. He is led by Utatomkhulu Nomakul, and he states that he gets a lot of encouragement from Umakul. The Bishop of Ibandla lika Krestu Labantu, Utatomkhulu, to us is deemed it fit for Advocate Lucky to have a privilege of having 2 instances as a guest speaker during festivals of the youth. 21 years of beautiful godly leadership of Utatomkhulu has grounded and humbled Advocate Lucky in many respects. He was also appointed as the Secretary General of the Church on the 30th of December 2021. We lift as we rise, in quotation marks. Advocate Vale Thamsanqa Lucky Pechudi obtained a Bachelor of Law from the University of Forte and LLB, achieved through the University of South Africa. He is an admitted advocate. Ladies and gentlemen, can we please put our hands together for Advocate Lucky Pechudi?
Singaqhubeka sibethe izandla, it's fine. Singaqhubeka sibethe izandla. Ayanda. Ayanda, I'm not sure how much, if you know that your sister loves you. Or perhaps I'm not sure the degree of love that your sister has for you. If you've ever doubted that, know it today. Kuska, if there was a wind under Weziwe's wings, it's because you stood by her. Abantwana bakaWezi, if uthando lukamama wenu mhlawumbi kukwenzeka ukuba nizibuze ukuba uyanithanda na, today know that. Wes, this is your day. This is your day. Now that Uzoko mentioned about finishing a race, I'm not sure how much, if we understand the power of finishing. So, Inkosi kaRaromkhulu uYesu Kristu amazwi akhe okugqibela wathethileyo wathi kugqityiwe. I'm not sure if we understand the power of finishing. Amabanga aphantsi wenze eWaterford aze amabanga aphezulu wawenza eNewell High School eBhayi. Uye waxelenga njengetoliki kwi-court yaseTinarha. Wesuka apho waya kuxelenga kumzi wakwa-VWS eTinarha. Uthe elapho yazinza kuye into yokuba wayenomnqweno wokwenza ubugqwetha. Uthe ngonyaka ka-1991 wathatha ipackage yakhe yakhe ngenjongo zokuzalisekisa iminqweno yakhe kwizifundo zomthetho. Iarticle zakhe zenze kwaNick Dutoy, attorneys, I want to believe. Waze ngonyaka ka-1998 waya kuzimisela ishishini lakhe kwezomthetho iZem Gqabi and Associates. UDZ ukhulele enkonzweni ecula nakwiikhwaya zenkonzo. Ebeyi-alto egqamileyo. Uye wasebenza apha enkonzweni njengegqwetha lenkonzo. There's a reason, Wes, since it's your day, I start here. I stand here with deep emotions that I have to be part of this occasion. Deep emotions, bantwana basekhaya, because this day is deep. Cela ubulisa kumalume ubalulekileyo kuba une-authority. Ngicela ubulisa kumakhulu kuba ungumama onomqolo, umama onesidima. Ngicela ukubulisa kubantu abakhulu bokuhlala abakhoyo apha phakathi kule holo bazosimasa lo msebenzi umsitho kaWes. Ngicela ubulisa kubantu abakhulu basenkonzweni. Ubulisa kwibandla likaTaromkhulu uMkhonsikati. Yazi xa ndisakhula ke Wes, for some peculiar reason, I am from Komohlaki, ke Motswana. Le kae? Ke Motswana ke Mokwena. So when I grew up in Gauteng, for some peculiar reason, I thought Eastern Cape yonke ingena kwatata. But in retrospect or in blindsight, I think I had that thought because you'd go far north and you'd have a church there and most of the people would be there. And when you go towards Mozambique, Natal, if you like, there's a church there, and most of the people go to that church. Why do I mention this? I mention this because Eastern Cape, you have a church here. If it never dawned to you, you have a church here. This church is a church that is sought after nationally. We're not comparing church. I'm just starting, where Ayanda left as well, Uzuko and everyone that spoke before me. You have a church here. And ilungisa xa lithetha ngale nkonzo uthi ikhaya lamakholwa iigate zayo zivuliwe. Wonke umuntu inzalelwano kaTatomkhulu Mseki. Wonke umuntu, my understanding is that everyone. So we're going to cover 4 things. Wes, I'm not sure if I'm invited as under which title, but I'll try to cover all of them. She's a sister to me, Wes. We come a long way. We come a long way because there are times where intombi yakhe leseGauteng izawusuka nalo bethetha apha introduce bazawusuka ePretoria fanele abaye eDlamini, and in between Uwezi should understand ukuthi baphi, and she would send a message bafikile abakafiki bathi basuke ngo9:30 what time ePretoria baphi. That's Wes for you. So we have that rapport. So we are going to try to cover, to understand what is this personal commitment Wes asibonisa yona over years. What does it mean to work hard? What is it that we call doing your best? And lastly, what does it mean to adapt to change? If all what I've been saying or what I will say will, for some peculiar reason, ilibaleke, at the end, I'll have something that I would request you to be your take home from this gathering. MC mentioned something about it when the 21st anniversary kaTatomkhulu. uTatomkhulu people, uTatomkhulu oyinkokheli yebandla likaKristu labantu. I fully subscribed. I fully subscribe kwimfundiso zakhe, imiyalelo yakhe, and how he does things. Put it differently, you take him out of me, I do not exist. But you leave him with me, I am complete. We're from Iveki, be very important up in South Africa, where you had people, some of them were rejected to conference, abanye were ejected, and then abanye were dejected. I'm not sure why you chose this day, Wes. Is it 21st December? And it's the 21st anniversary of Kaya. The day is deep to me because I know about this Qabi. Ayanda, I know how your dad loved you. And I know what your dad wished should happen. I know. I was here, Ayanda, when your dad was late to rest, but I was there when when you received a message your dad is no more. I know. But Ayanda, I know your dad because I saw him lying a bed in his bed. I know your dad. So, Wes, I know your dad because I know both accidents just before he passed on because he spoke to me. This day is deep. Utata wako, Wes, resume yam okanye profile had touched kwindaba yokuthi at some point I would be out of the country. So in this instance, I think that was the second accident yakhe. Utata Qabi says a messaging. Deliberately, I would not read a message that's a kaya when I'm out. When I land OR Tambo and I open the phone, the first message, and this message says to me, I'm just trying to put a voice into these notes. Like this, hey, bendikwenye ingozi. Ayimfundini akuthembisa kodwa masithembe kutata. So I'm trying to say I understand. Weziwe, congratulations on your big day because it matters in many of us. Xa utata omkhulu ebeka uba umlungiselela ugqabi, he had a request to the legal fraternity. I'm not sure if you remember. They had spoken all of them, utata omkhulu ezokuqukumbela, ezokukhupha umzimba kuye emadlakeni, and lokuni. If you check your video, you're going to hear exactly what I'm just about to say. Yabona njengoba nilapha nje, ndinesisicelo kuni. La mntana uphaya uWeziwe, ndiyacela mncedeni afumane umsebenzi. That was a request ekhaya. But we're not a lawyer. That's a strange thing. You cannot request abantu abangamagqwetha to assist, loosely put, umuntu ongelolu gqwetha ngequalifications zakhe. But ngumqondiso lo, that's why I'm saying this day is deep. It had to take a lawyer for you to send a message kuyo and ufumane in-notes. So Ikaya was addressing a legal fraternity because he didn't mention anyone's name. So Sisi, you were one of the people that Rumkulu was asking to assist Weziwe, and you did. And for that, we can give you a round of applause. You see, the belief that we have is that uThixo uyathuma. Yonke le miqondiso uThixo ayenzayo uyenza ngomthunywa wakhe. But the catch is this. Le miqondiso yenzeka emva intetho yalo mqondiso ithethile. So graduation is coming of age, Wes. It is moving to a next stage as a leader in life. That's where you're going to be a doer, a court, and everywhere else. That's where you're going to achieve many things so that we continue to be proud about you. We're going to be continuing proudness around you, Weziwe, because you are grounded. Awumabele, awakhasagana. You are grounded, Weziwe, because you're writing a beautiful story before our eyes. There are two things that we own as a people. Only two. We have complete power of these two things. One of them is a power to choose. The other one is a complete power over your dignity. A classical example of these two things is Steve Biko, who happens to again come from this province of the legends. When they took him, they stripped him naked because he chose not to give in. When they stripped him naked and they did everything that they did to him, he was having his dignity intact. Those two are the only things that took 6 feet underground. The rest remained behind. So, Weziwe, from you, we were able to see ukuthi you chose the future and the progress. But you see, as a black child, there is a responsibility that unfortunately we cannot run away from. xa ndithetha nee-friends zam, and when we try to weigh ukuthi ubani uphi, with my straight face, with my open eyes, and with no fear of contradiction, I say kubo, I'm not in your league. And they will open their eyes, and I'll say, I'm not in your league. This is why I'm not in their league. You see, in life, when you don't want to create a pressure, you choose not to create a pressure for yourself. So if my friend, his father is a principal, and his grandfather was an inspector, and my father is a laborer, and nalom friend yam, we are in matric, then I'm not competing with him. I'm competing with 3 generations before him. I'm not creating a pressure. Why do I mention this? It is important because more often than not, we like a competition that is not healthy. It just creates unnecessary pressure. And this pressure continues from generation to generation. You have to cut this case. It's not helping. I'm mentioning these words because that's exactly what you did. That's why I'm proud for days for what you did. I get a degree was the first thing when he mentioned it to me, I said, Sana, should I start doing this suit? That was 2017. I am proud to stand here on this day that has deep emotions for me because you have 16 distinctions. I am proud, Wes, because I'm standing here knowing that you will never lose what is it. They call it play text cross your heart. Remember? It goes like this. You will never lose what is it. Very grounded. Utata first. Trusted by Utarumkulu Mkonskatiko. If Utarumkulu trusts you, it doesn't matter if there are people who don't trust you. It doesn't matter. But why does it not matter if there are other people that trust you? Simply because Ilungisa Utarumkulu should say these things so that people who don't trust you, as sense believe Utarumkulu Mkonskatiko. So as a tool that is used, it's okay not to be trusted at times. Utarumkulu trusts you. But whereas the coming times will be exciting, they will be trying. But the catch is that it will all depend on you and your determination to succeed as you have done. You know, life does not always follow your plans. It does not. If life would follow our plans, believe you me, we would not have a reason to bend on our knees. We will not. But importantly, was you have taken a first step to build a future for yourself. But we have responsibilities as a black child. As you garner all the strength to succeed in life, you should know that it's not about you. It's about the legacy that you are building. It's about the family that you are building. It's about the kids that we're trying to make have a ground to say, nathi abazali bethu basisebenzela. That's why we are here. You persevered Weziwe. And it paid off. I'm going to read to you what you wrote on the 20th of July, 2022. And it was a status because ngezinsuku zoko umama would cry, be frustrated, and. So one of your clips, one of your texts says, project management, second assignment. And you know when you do those emojis, it was on the 20th of July, 2020. But this is how I responded. I said to you, you have an appointment with the future. And then you responded, Ish, that motivates me like his. Mandekube, thanks. And that you did. Around that year, you send a text and you say, in your status, we are two like a omni usisi kula pitoli. You, close calls. So this is how I responded, because we're together at 40 at some stage. Ingati nomnye wayethule pha kwela dike. So this is how you responded, Weziwe. Hi man, hi sudika. And this is the story that you tell. Utata ade, that is uba utize qhabi ke ngoku. Utata ade drive aphume kwinkonzo ngeSabatha afike past 9 ebusuku just to check on me. Whereas I stand here very proud because on the 16th of November 2020, utatomkhulu xa ke tena isoyi ubuseyadi. And you know what you did for me, right? Do we tell or we don't tell? I'm a lawyer. I keep some of those secrets. Uthi uRalph Watson Emerson, open quote, do not follow where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. You did exactly that. We are going to be proud for you for a long time, Weziwe, because as we stand here, it's because utatomkhulu mkhonzi kaThixo waprofeta ngawe nempumelelo yakho, and to us, umzekelo ukuba utatomkhulu uthunyiwe nguThixo. I want to say to you, Weziwe, you should seize the opportunity. I'm not sure people how much do we understand the power again opportunity. You see, you get abantu ababini aba very intelligent, and they perform exceptionally well, these two people. The other one is from a well-off area, and he has an access to many tools of survival. The one is intelligent, but he does not have access to these tools. So the difference of these two is that this one, with his natural intelligence, he has an opportunity. And this one does not have an opportunity. If you put these people in one place 5 years down the line with the same IQ, performance will be different, simply because of an opportunity. That's why we should not take it light. If from 2.5 million you are given opportunity, you should understand. You should understand that that is an opportunity. Whereas graduation is not something that one gets to, graduation is not something that one gets to do every day. It is not even something that everybody gets to do in their lifetimes. It is a special event. It is a landmark. Why is education important? It is because imfundo evela kuThixo. Bonke abaprofeti kaThixo bayasifundisa imfundo le. But let's go to Proverbs 16:16. It says, having wisdom and understanding is better than having silver or gold. Earning a degree offers more than financial benefits. It enriches your mind and opens the door to new people, places, and way of thinking. You see, whereas namhlanje xa siphuma apha ne, I would have met new people. At least I know umalume because ubalulekile masimalume. And I know umakhulu. So there's two people that have been added to my life path. Nothing happens by mistake. When you believe, nothing. Uti, we should study and show God that we understand the truth. We should study and show God that we understand the truth. Because uba uyafunda nje kodwa inyani awuyifuni, it's as good as not studying. But above all things in our lives, we should seek God, and everything else will be provided for us. That's what your dad did. And that's what these parents do when they bring us kutaromkhulu umkhonzi kaThixo sobekwa izandla. You see, people maybe must masiqhayiseni kancinci ngenkonzo ne. So what happens enkonzweni, you've got two main flagships events. It's Easter and it's December. This is our pilgrimage. In December we come to PA. So in Easter, that's where you get all these sacraments that are performed by utaromkhulu umkhonzi kaThixo. One of the most important, ukubekwa izandla. Our parents, our forebears, believed ukuba izandla ziyaphawula. So kuphawulela kwaThixo, they believed through and through. If faith yabo was the faith that uMpostoli Paulus wrote about, kumaHebhere 11:1. That faith, they had that. So when we get ubekwa izandla, we strongly believe that uThixo ke ngoku ugrant, usibambile sigrant. That's why it's rare to find any of us being affected by the West. At least the law of average, we believe in that. It is education that continues to say and teaches us about things that will destroy us. Are things that destroy us. Maybe of things that I've said so far, some of them is Libe. Please, these ones. These are the ones that I was referring to when I started. Remember that these are things that will destroy us. Politics without principles. They will nail us. Pleasure without conscience. It will nail us. Wealth without work. It will nail us. Knowledge without character. It will nail us. Business without ethics or morality. It will kill us. Science without humanity. That will destroy us. Most importantly, religion or worship without sacrifice. That will destroy us. That's why kuthiwa uThixo uyasetyenzela. As colleagues bekuthethwa ngazo, it should not be actually put it the other way around. It should be difficult for us not to have time for it. It should be very difficult. I'm going to repeat, but slowly this time. It should be very difficult as abantu abagraduate. Remember earlier we said truth, education is equals to understanding. So it should be difficult for all of us abantu abavela esikolweni not to have ixesha for it. And there's a reason for that. It is because yonke into yekaThixo as I said, Zuko, when you're talking about Umama and that she finished the marathon yakhe, there's power in finishing. Some start and don't finish. For whatever reason, they start and don't finish. When you finish, you feel whole because you have achieved what you started. And you start something because you want to progress. I still have to meet a person that wants to regress by starting things. I still have to meet that person. The last words that uYesu wawathethayo emnqamlezweni wathi kugqityiwe. He had completed the assignment his father had given him, and he breathed his last, knowing that the reason for his coming into the earth had been fulfilled. Not always finish the race, but I want to say, because I believe that if maybe even what I've just said now, and I requested you to remember forever, if that also silibele, ticela lesithathe ke ngoku. Zithobeni ngoko phantsi kwesandla esinamandla sikaThixo ukuze aniphakamise ngexesha elifanekileyo. I thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Advocate Pichuti. We're now going to call upon the next speaker, who's going to submit or release a token of appreciation to our guest speaker, Advocate Pichuti. Lowo ke ungusisi Lindo Kuhle Njanjala. Nkosi Lindo.
Ndizibusela kuwo wonke umuntu olapha, abantu abakhulu, my friends, graduates, and most importantly, the graduate. Umnandi ngukuhle. Mine is not a huge role. It's just to say thank you to our guest speaker for taking time off your busy schedule to come and give us such building words. And I'm sure wonke umuntu olapha has something to take away from what you said. And for that, we really thank you. And to MC, for you to also travel from Wakanda, no? Makanda. from Makanda to come and grace us with your presence and beautiful character. Kaya Shem, I just need to mention that part. Thank you very much.
Nebumba esandleni sakho yenza lokho kufunwa nguwe ngempilo.
Nkosi Kuhle. Now, colleagues, as Alizwa had alluded earlier on, that we are colleagues, Ngoku sifikele emaphethelweni alomsebenzi omhle wovuyo. And to celebrate beautiful moment of a second graduation by Mrs. Njala. Ngoku sizawuvala njengokuba besivulele ngumthandazo. Oh. Xolwento. Now we are going to call upon Usingaye to give a reply to an outstanding guest speaker who had delivered an outstanding talk. Asimphakamisa ke sizawuthi all rise. Aze ke ngaphambili. All rise.
Shika Kindanko Sungakeka Busha Ubamina Kuwe Gibumbe Sande Nisako Kefana Nebuwa Esande Nisako Zaloko kufunwa nguwe ngempilo yami uma ngidishika phinda Nkosi ungakeka busha ngoba mina nguwe ngiyibumbe esandleni sakho.
Ndicela ukubulisa kutatomkhulu nomakhulu in absentia. Abantu abakhulu abandinikileyo olusuku bandivumela. Bevumela ubrother wami into bana makenze ngokweminqweno yakhe. Ndibulise kubalungiseleli benkonzo. Ndibulise kubantu bemvaba ngemvaba ezilapha phakathi kwethu. Ndithi kubo all protocol observed. Ndibulise kumlisela nomthinjana, family and friends ezilapha. I'm going to be very short because ndinewari because sishiywe lixesha. But I know kuhlela abantu abandithandayo apha banyamezele. But I don't want to take advantage of that. Ndizawucela ninyamezele nzaba mfutshane kakhulu. Ndibhekise ku guest speaker umlungiseleli uSG advocate Lakis. Ndifuna ukuthi kuwe bhuti ndivile. Ndivile uyandazi ndingumuntu omamelayo. Ndiza kwenza. Ndikubulele into bana uzixhamle all the way from Gauteng province. Uzowa apha. In fact bungazongakwazi because that was your promise from day one. Ndifuna ukuthi yonke into oyithethileyo ndiyithathile. Ndiqinisekile nomuntu olapha uzuzile. It's not my part, but ndifuna ukuthi ndiyanibulela nangonyamezela bethu nani. Anzulila ngoku. Hayi sililile. And I think the whole family, we were appearing as if akhonto, but you've seen my kids crying. You've seen me crying. You've seen my brother crying. It wasn't an easy journey. But I know for a fact now it No. Sorry, sweetie Katali. All right, no, it's all because it was really not an easy journey, but we had to face the challenge and move on. I think there were days where I would feel ndidiniwe. Ndiqaqanjelwa yimiqolo. Abantwana abancinci, they will make tens. Omnye urabha inyawo, omnye ulanduka. Uzuko would say yiza mama nzokurabha. Ukuhle would be a parent kwaba bantwana. Sinaye ke umuntu apha uzifihlile umkile people's advocate Somya all the way from Joburg. Hey, how I acknowledge presence advocate. Because ndiyabulela. Ndizama ukuthi ke bethunani. Komnye nomnye olapha osafuna ufunda nosafuna unqweneka jonga apha kum kuyenzeka. Ngelizwi qha nangokukholwa, kholwa, zixelele, zithembe, believe. Ngelizwi ngokholo kuyenzeka. Ndicela kuma kulady. Inkosi.
Siphinde sibethe izandla. Hayi makazuko. Ikhalile ingqanqa yakho. Yo. Hey, ingqanqa. Hayi abantwana basekhaya ngokusawuvalwa. Sawuvala maKristu ngoku. Ukuze umzalwane umzwanele Tororo Maqadana avale lo msitho ngomthandazo. All rise. Masifanehlo sithandaze. Bawethu osemazulwini. Yisewe Nkosi yethu Yesu Kristu. Thixo wabaprofeti naku kumkani silapha ngale mini yanamhlanje sizovuyisana Mesiwe ingcwele nosisi Wezi. Mesiwa oyingcwele ialtramel yomntu kumkani ethandwayo. Eyathandwayo kumkani ifika kwikhaya lakaBawujanjala. Mesiya oyingcwele sababona kumkani bobabini noba umlungiseleli Mesiwe ingcwele bebambana ngezandla ekuhambeni ngendlela bebambana ngezandla Mesiwe ingcwele kwiminqweno yomnye ngomnye. Namhlanje kumkani iminqweno kaSisi Wezi uyifezekisile Mesiya oyingcwele. Silapha Mesiwe ingcwele singabanye kuba kumkani utata kaSisi Wezi wabutatsha ubomi bethu Mesiwe ingcwele. Kuba kumkani ukufika kwethu kulomhlaba walapha eNelson Mandela sasize kumkani ngozokufunda. Ebeba Mesiwe ingcwele nebala libalisayo. Athi Mesiwe ingcwele imfundo okanye ukuthanda imfundo kwamkhupha emsebenzini kanti kumsa endaweni elungileyo apho kumkani azawunceda khona abantu. Thixo Kararo omkhulu Mesiwe ingcwele siyakubulela xa Mesiwe ingcwele ngokuhlwanje usinika kumkani ubungqina bokokuba bonke abathembele kuwe abasayi kudaniswa Mesiwe ingcwele. Kathi uMesiwe ingcwele kanti ngokuza kwethu apha namhlanje sizawuzuza lukhulu Mesiwe ingcwele. Sizibonile Mesiwe ingcwele isiqhamo sokholo. Sisibonile Mesiwe ingcwele isiqhamo sowuthembela ngawe Thixo Kararo omkhulu. Thina namhlanje kumkani siphuma sibuphethe ubungqina Mesiwe ingcwele belizwi elathethwayo nguTata omkhulu wesine. Wathi kumkani siza kumbona uTata omkhulu unamandla Mesiya oyingcwele. Xa kunamhlanje Mesiwe ingcwele siyalingqina uthando lwakho Mesiwe ingcwele. Athi xa ethetha ngalo umpostile Mesiwe ingcwele uJohane kwincwadi yakhe yokuqala ngesahluko sesithathu ivesi yokuqala athi bonani uthando olungaka senzele lona uyise olokuba sibizwe ngokuba singabantwana bakaThixo Mesiya oyingcwele. Namhlanje kumkani siyalingqina olothando Mesiwe ingcwele kuba siyayazi Thixo Kararo omkhulu okokuba le qualification uyinike uSisi Wezi Mesiwe ingcwele ngayo uzawuphakamisa ingalo zabakhonzi bakho Mesiwe ingcwele. Ngalo Thixo Kararo omkhulu Mesiwe ingcwele uzawungena ezihlangwini zikabawo uDizet Mesiwe ingcwele amele igama lakho ezantsi emhlabeni. Siyakucela Thixo Kararo omkhulu Mesiwe ingcwele uzumnike amandla Mesiwe ingcwele nefamily yakhe kumkani uzuyinike ukumanyana Mesiya oyingcwele Thixo Kararo omkhulu kuba Mesiwe ingcwele zonke izinto zikuwe Mesiwe ingcwele. Nguwe Thixo Kararo omkhulu kumkani ozenzayo izinto zilunge kuba Mesiwe ingcwele izicwangciso kumkani zezethu kodwa izigqibo zezakho. Thixo Kararo omkhulu siyakucela Nkosi xa usenza imisebenzi emikhulu kangaka pha kwethu singabantwana khawusiphe Nkosi inzaliseko yokholo. Khawusiphe Mesiwe ingcwele ukoyika. Khawusiphe Nkosi inhliziyo zokulandela. Silandele kumkani singena kumbi Mesiwe ingcwele. Silandele kumkani sijonge enkwakhelini Mesiwe ingcwele ukusinda nokuphila kwethu kusekwenzeni nasekugcineni ilizwi labakhonzi bakho. Yanga Thixo Kararo omkhulu ngafikelela apho ndingafikelela ngakhona ngaye uYesu Kristu Nkosi yethu. Amen. Sizawunika ithuba kubantu abeze bephethe izipho. That is phambi kokuba sinike ilizwi lombulelo. Sizawunika elo thuba ngokuthutyana elifutshane. Thina baphethe izipho sisondele sizodlulisa ke izipho zethu ezo. Sizobizwa nga-order. Kodwa uyazazi buphethe into obuyiphethe. Ngoku kunikelwa kuwe ukuba usondele ne-gift pack leyo uyiseke kwi-senior council. The universe is listening. The universe is listening. She remains senior counsel. So dlula ke torho. Sidlulele ngokwelizwi lombulelo. Ekuzawucela ke oya undolo loba sisondele bantu bane-gifts. Sisondele passage. Sisondele bepassage. Abafoti. A beautiful moment. Abafoti. About the iPhone, must share it. not